Hello, good afternoon everyone. This is our seventh lecture on concept on Indian economy. Now we are going to study the new concept of repo rate and reverse repo rate. As in previous lecture we studied the different concept of economy. This is also a very important concept. Now we'll see the first what is meant by repo rate, then we'll see about the reverse repo rate. Repo rate, as it can be defined as the amount of interest that is charged by Reserve Bank of India while lending funds to the commercial bank in the event of shortfall of money. Okay, so I repeat the definition of repo rate. Repo rate can be defined as the amount of interest which is charged by the Reserve Bank of India while lending funds to the commercial bank in the event of shortfall of money. Now we'll see into detail about how the repo rate operates. Suppose in a bank, take example here I have explained. Say some of the banks like State Bank of India. Here I have mentioned second bank is Bank of India. Here the third bank is Kolhapur District Commercial Cooperative Bank, and we can have also Sangli District Cooperative Bank. Okay, so this is a cooperative bank, and these two are the national bank, that is State Bank of India and Bank of India. Now these banks require some money for the day-to-day transaction. Now how they can procure? They can procure the money, or they can get money from the Reserve Bank of India. Now how this repo rate mechanism operate? Look, now suppose the State Bank of India having its capacity of 25 lakh crore of capacity. The State Bank of India having the capacity, say example, or you can say consider the State Bank has the capacity of rupees 1000. 1000 rupees is the capacity of State Bank of India. Now that rupees 1000 is exhausted, or that is over, and State Bank of India requires some more money. Now the State Bank of India can collect the money from RBI. They collect the money from RBI, or SBI can get the money from Reserve Bank of India. Now, so that is the mechanism of repo rate. Now, when the SBI demanded rupees 100 from RBI, say the example rupees 100 demanded by SBI from RBI. Now RBI will give the money of rupees 100 to SBI and will charge. RBI will charge one rate. So that rate is called as repo rate. Similarly, suppose the Bank of India and similarly KDC Bank require some amount of money for their day-to-day transaction. Now it can be demanded that this bank can demand the money, additional excess money from the RBI. Now suppose Bank of India, KDC require again 5,000 rupees, say example 5,000 rupees. Now that can be given by the RBI, but RBI will charge some interest. So that interest is called as repo rate. Okay, or here in short the repo rate is the money supplied by RBI to other commercial bank in following manner. So in this manner the RBI supply the money to the different banks. Okay, now we'll go back now. So here we have seen the definition of repo rate. Now we'll see what is meant by actually repo. Repo is a word, technically stands for repurchasing option or repurchasing agreement. So here it is very important point. It is a repurchasing agreement. So we'll go back to the next slide, like here. So here in the repo rate, the RBI, as I told you, it is repurchasing agreement between RBI and other commercial bank. So RBI make an agreement with these commercial bank. So what are the commercial bank? State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, then SDFC, then different district cooperative bank. These are the commercial banks. So RBI made agreement, that is repurchasing agreement with all these banks. Okay, so repo rate is a repurchasing agreement. Okay, or that is we can say the repurchasing option. Now here in this case of repo rate, both the parties, that is RBI and any other bank which require money from RBI, say example Bank of India, SBI, Federal Bank, or maybe any district cooperative bank, are required to sign an agreement of repurchasing, which will state the repurchasing of securities on a specific date at a predetermined price. Now, it is very important point, that is specific date at a predetermined price. What is meant by specific date? Suppose on the 1st June 2020, the Bank of India demanded additional 100 crore rupees. I am talking 100 crore rupees. 100 crore rupees from RBI. Now, RBI will say, okay, we'll give you, but that when you require, the Bank of India will say on 1st June 2020, that is, Bank of India require the money on 15 June. Okay, so on a specific date, means 1st June 2020, our Bank of India says to RBI that Bank of India required rupees 100 crore, which they want at what date? They want on 15 June. Okay, so here the specific date need to be mentioned at a predetermined price. Now, predetermined price means what? So that rate will be defined between the Bank of India and RBI. Between Bank of India and RBI. Okay. Now, so that is about the agreement between the RBI and other banks. Okay. Now, the repo rate in India is controlled by the Reserve Bank of India. What is meant by the Reserve Bank of India repo rate controlling? So, in India, only the Reserve Bank of India has the authority to issue or to control or to regulate the repo rate. Any other bank, no other bank apart from the Reserve Bank of India has the authority to issue a repo rate. Only and only Reserve Bank of India has the authority to issue or to deal with the repo rate. Okay. Now, repo rate is issued by monetary authority to control the inflation. Now, it is very important point when we are going to issue the repo rate or when we are going to change the repo rate, when we need to control the inflation. So, there is direct relationship between repo rate and inflation. We will see the effect of repo rate in the next coming point. Now, we will understand what is meant by inflation. We are going to study inflation in detail in the next coming slide. Okay. Inflation means increase in the price of commodity. Increase in price of commodity. Now, what is meant by increase in price of commodity? Suppose on the 1st January 2020, the price of mobile, say a specific mobile, was rupees 10,000, and on the 1st June 2020, the same mobile has the price of rupees 11,000 rupees. Okay, so on the 1st January, the price was 10,000, and on the 1st June, the price of the same mobile is rupees 11,000. So there is increase of rupees 1,000. So we can say the price is increased. The price is increased. The increase in price we called as inflation. Okay. Now we'll go into detail about the inflation in the next coming slide. Now I am focusing on the effect of repo rate on the economy. Now here in this point we are going to study when repo rate is increased, what effect will happen on the economy, and when there is a decrease in repo rate, what effect on the economy will occur. Okay, we'll study all these points here. Now, as we'll see, repo rate is a powerful arm of the Indian monetary policy that can regulate the country's money supply, inflation level and liquidity. So these 3 points are very important. Repo rate has a direct relationship with money supply, inflation, and then liquidity. Now, money supply means RBI supply amount of money to the banks. Inflation, which already discussed, that inflation means increase in price. And liquidity means amount of money available into the market. It is called as liquidity. Now, also the levels of repo rate have a direct impact on the cost of borrowing for bank. Now, repo rate here also has the relationship with the cost of borrowing for bank. If repo rate increases, what effect will occur on the borrowing rate of bank. Okay, or we can say simply interest rate of bank. Interest rate bank offer for a loan. Okay, we'll see that point. Now, if the higher repo rate, higher will be the cost of borrowing. We'll see into detail. So I repeat, higher the repo rate, higher will be the cost of interest or cost of borrowing for banks, and vice versa. Means if repo rate increases, then the interest rate on loan increases. If repo rate reduces, then interest rate on loan will reduces. Okay, so repo rate and interest rate are directly proportional to each other. Okay, again, once again I repeat, if repo rate increases, then the cost of borrowing, or we can say the interest on loan, increases. Okay, repo rate increases, the interest on loan increases. We'll see the condition first. When the repo rate is increased, what happens or what are the effects on the economy? Okay, now the following are the effects. If the repo rate increase, following the effect occur on the economy. Okay, now when there is high level of inflation in the market, when there is high level of inflation in the market. Okay, now inflation means the prices of the commodity are increasing day by day. Now what happened? The RBI make strong attempt to bring down the flow of money. Now why it happened? Inflation level is increased. Suppose a customer has more money in their pocket. The customer has more money in his or her pocket. So there is more flow of money in the economy. So what is the thing? Suppose, again we'll take one example. Suppose a person is going to purchase a piece of land. Now the cost of the piece of land is rupees 1 lakh per gunta. The cost of that particular land is 1 lakh rupees per gunta. Suppose the peoples having there are different rich peoples are living nearby, and these peoples also participated for the purchasing of the particular land. Now one person made a cost of rupees 1 lakh, another will come ahead and will say that I will purchase this land for 1 lakh 10,000. Again another person will come there and will say that I will purchase at 1 lakh 50,000. Okay, it means that the people has more amount in their hand, or they have the more amount in their pocket. So if the people have more amount, they will increase the price of particular commodity. Now in that condition, what happened? The RBI makes strong attempt to control the flow of money in the economy. Now how it do? Now RBI will increase the repo rate. Now here three important point: increase in inflation, then more flow of money, and increase in repo rate. We'll see how it happens. Now if the people have more money in their pocket, they will fight for higher, they will fight for particular commodity by paying more money. Okay, now if the people don't have more money in their pocket, they will not dare to increase the price, or they will not dare to try inflate the price of particular commodity. Now in this case, why it happened? Because in the market more money is flowing. More money is flowing in the sense that banks are giving loan at easy cost. Means suppose when we go to the market and anybody want to purchase a mobile, then simply we have the Bajaj Finance card system, and we have any other EMI system. So here we can take easily any particular product. But few years back, like 10 to 15 years back, suppose if anybody want to go to market and purchase any electronic equipment or furniture, then we need to pay into cash. So that time the inflation was not that much. Okay, but if the transaction is increases, or we can say the flow of money increases in the economy, it increases the level of inflation. Why? My question is, why the flow of money increases in the economy? Because bank has reduced the interest rate on the loan. So now the point is that here we need to control the interest rate of a bank. How we can control the interest rate of a bank? or how we can control the flow of money? Here the point is that bank need to provide a loan at more interest rate, so we can provide a higher interest rate. Now how it happened? So here RBI increases the repo rate. As I told you earlier, that repo rate is the rate at which Reserve Bank of India gives loan to the other banks. Okay, the Reserve Bank of India gives the loan at other bank. So if suppose the repo rate earlier was 4.25 and now it is 4.75, means we can say 0.75% increase in interest rate. So when we increases the interest rate on a money, then the flow of money reduces in the economy, then inflation reduces in the economy. So what happens when we increase the repo rate? When we increase the repo rate, the level of inflation comes down. The level of inflation comes down. Okay, we'll see the next. Okay, now here we'll see into detail about this. Makes the borrowing costly. Borrowing costly means, suppose earlier the peoples were easily borrowing a particular product in the market because there was a good flow of money into the market. Now it is very hard to purchase any product from a market because the interest rate increases. So when the repo rate increases, the interest rate of loan increases. Now here that this makes borrowing a costlier affair for businesses and industry, which in turn slow down investment and money supply in the market. Like repo rate increases, then inflation reduces, then the interest rate increases, interest rate on loan increases, but it slow down the investment. Now we'll focus here on the slowdown of investment. Suppose you have more money in your pocket, then you can invest more money. Now look how it happens. Suppose your monthly income is rupees 1 lakh. Your monthly income is rupees 1 lakh. Now you have to pay your expenditure, or what your expenditures are. Say example 50,000 per month. Your expenditure means you have different EMIs. You have some PF account and all those things you are going to pay. Out of 1 lakh you are spending 50,000. Okay, and 50,000 remaining save in your account. Now means you have rupees 1 lakh. That time the cost of loan, interest loan, was very less. So you made some investment, you made some expenditure. But right now the cost of interest rate is more. So in this case, what happens if the interest rate increases? The person tendency is to invest or make expenditure less. Okay, so when the repo rate increases, it reduces the investment and ultimately the money supply in the market reduces. As a result, it has a negative impact on the growth of economy. As I told you earlier, that repo rate increases, then inflation come down. If inflation come down, then flow in the market reduces. Then flow in the market or money supply in the market reduces. When the money supply reduces, it reduces the investment. When it reduces the investment, it has the negative impact on the growth of economy. Means if we require positive growth of economy, then we need to minimize repo rate. Now it is a very Herculean task to maintain a balance between increasing and decreasing. Okay, now so it has a negative impact on the economy, which helps in controlling the inflation. Now here negative economy and controlling inflation, both are inversely proportional. If inflation increases, then that means here we can say negative impact on the economy. That sorry, I said inversely proportional, but inflation and growth in economy are directly proportional to each other. It means that when inflation increases, the economy also increases, and when inflation reduces, the economy also reduces. Okay, we'll see how it happened. Now, take the example, a particular chair, the cost of particular chair is rupees 100 in 2001. Okay, I'm talking about the relationship between inflation and that is growth of economy. As I told you, inflation is directly proportional to the growth of economy. If we require more growth, we require more inflation. Now, how we see? Suppose the cost of chair in 2001 is rupees 500 rupees. The same cost, the same chair has a cost of rupees 1000 in 2011, and in 2020 the cost is rupees 2000. Means we see within 20 years the cost of chair is increased from 500 to 2000. Okay. Now, in this condition, what happened? The people will think that the cost of the chair was rupees 500 in 20 years back. Right now it is 2000. Means the people will dare to invest or start such businesses where they find the profit. Now take another example, a reverse condition. If the same chair has the price of rupees 500 rupees in 2001, and in 2011 the price is 450, and in 2020 the price goes down again to 400 rupees. Means in 2000 the price was 500, in 2001 the price was say 450, and in 2020 the price went down to 400 rupees. Here we'll see the price is continuously reducing. If the price is continuously reducing, then a person or businessman or industrialist will not think to invest more money in such businesses. Okay, if it means that if there is more inflation, then people will think to give more investment in the economy. Okay, so we'll see this point up to this.